Welcome back, sleepyheads to Crimson High. Subscribe, like, comment down below if you're new. I know I'm a bit tired. I'm like doing some other stuff and then this stuff and yada yada yada. But yeah, welcome back everyone. Uploads are a little bit delayed. My bad. Also, Crimson. I was about to say Crimson Kingdoms. Ah, my fucking brain. It's melting, my man. Corrupted Kingdoms. Apparently, it's a massive change. There's a rather right? It's like a 2.0. I wouldn't say it's a part two of a game. Rather, it's an entire. It's polished. Before it was like kind of rough around the edges. Now it's polished. Like Hunter x Hunter's Greed Island Gone and Killua arc. Okay, I don't know if some of you will remember that. Pretty good stuff. Okay, that sounds like Kuro. I don't think I can help you with that. I'm afraid because you're not allowed to. She shakes her head. Also, I might be doing slower readings for now. Yeah. Yeah. Not that. I simply don't know anything about it. I keep forgetting, man. We are rizzing Machi. Which is curious in itself because I think I'm usually pretty well informed about things like this. Why would you know about it? We haven't known each other for that long yet. And you've been with Aki's clan until very recently. Because Kuro knows about it. Between her telling me things of importance and my overhearing her talking about them with someone else, though seeing as it's been what, 19 years since it happened. Yeah, I guess. Hold on, do you think I'm 19? 20 then? Nah, Machi, what? I mean that's a compliment. Wow, thank you. Wow, okay. I'm 24. Wait, I'm 24. Well, that's of this video. No, well, I didn't know I learned some of the girls' ages, so I figured you'd be around the same age. Why would I be? You do realize I went to the academy for a few years after school before, no, then working as a detective, right? I didn't know that either. Honestly, I don't know as much about you as I probably should. Well, just that's actually pretty cute. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense given the circumstances we met under. I don't think I know all that much about you either. Maybe we can change that going forward. Oh, no, she's rizzing us. Wait, what? Whoa, the script's been flipped. The script, yeah, I'd like that. Yes. Given that we just talked about my age, I know it's kind of rude to talk about that, but wait, does that rule actually hold up for vampires? You probably have a bit of a different perspective on age, don't you? Well, I can't speak for every vampire out there, but yes, most of us don't mind the question as much as those who need to worry about moving past their best years. As I was about to say, because in theory, they don't really, the time they return, like they could be like 30, but then they returned in their 30s, and now they're like 5,000 years old or something, right? It doesn't really matter by that time. Damn, that's quite the way to phrase that. But I guess it does make sense. Age probably mainly means experience, wisdom for you, I assume. For the most part, yes. There are a few who still decide to want to get upset over their age being questioned, though. Of course, there are, but it's good to know that most vampires shouldn't react too negatively to the question. So, 227. I must seem ancient to you, huh? Um, I don't know. Do we say yes? This is like a dangerous answer right here. That's a loaded question. Not really. You're way too hot for that. Nice save. Yeah. Hamster. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Get him out of here. I'm more concerned about how much I must seem like a toddler to you. What? No, you're way too sexy. Yo, the rizzing is starting, man. So meditation, right? I think we need to start talking about that. Not feeling like letting this opportunity to tease Machi pass, I decide to not ignore her almost compliment unlike I normally would. Well, what are you getting all flustered for? Shouldn't a woman of your experience be a bit more suave about these things? I may have centuries of experience, but I don't have any experience, at least not in this kind of setting. Well, you never had to flirt with anyone for your undercover work? Of course I had to, but that was work. I knew there wasn't anything more to it. Realizing a second too late what her statement implied, Machi throws her head back and groans. See what I mean? I'm completely out of my depth here. Well, Machi, you're in luck. Ren slash Sen is completely in his field right now, in his element. Yeah, I see that. Alright, let's talk about meditation. Oh, thank the Lord. Speaking of which, and to circle back to before real quick, do you know anything about the My Lord business I mentioned? I'm not sure I do. Like I said the other day, I never really had many points of contact with anything regarding the church or children. Do you think it has anything to do with any sayings about the Lord? And now that I think about it, the term does seem to be used rather often. I told us about something related to it earlier too. Let me guess, it was about how the spouse of a blood bride is called her lord? Yes, actually. Did Kuro tell you? Yeah, it came up earlier and she did confirm that it's related to at least the reason for why Jun's mom calls me my lord as well. I just don't know if that means that she thinks I'm in some sort of culty relationship with her or what. Why would she think that? Isn't that what nuns believe about their relationship to God or a soul, I guess? I think I've heard that before. It could be the reason, I suppose. There is a certain logic to it at least. Yeah, but alright. If you don't know anything about it, I guess it doesn't matter for now. Sorry. Don't worry, it's fine. Meditation? Meditation. Let's move a bit though. Sure. Alright, meditation. Have you ever done it before? I tried it like once. A friend of mine, Miri, was really into it for a while and she tried to get me into it too. No real experience then, got it. That's fine. Meditation isn't that hard in theory. A lot of it depends on your ability to calm your mind and relax. Think of nothing, right? Not necessarily. Not thinking of anything is very advanced and not possible for just anyone. You know what? Ladies and gentlemen, sleepyheads watching right now, people who are awake, half asleep, or listening on to me in the background, whatever. Have you tried meditating? It's same thing she's talking about. Try to focus about one thing for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's hard. It's straining for some reason. You have to calm down, but it's like you're putting in the effort. Now you might say, "What about thinking about nothing?" That's an extra step difficult. That's what I would say, because you're trying to just be in the moment, but you're not trying to use your senses or anything. I mean, it's like your senses are open, but you're trying to not focus on anything. Now, if something was if you heard someone outside or anything, no, you have to let it all pass through you. I don't know. It's like something like that. Best I could do was like, I don't even know. I don't really time this. Maybe 5 10 seconds. A 10-second pump. Yeah. Okay, not necessarily not thinking. Okay, no, a lot of meditation is about breathing and decelerating your thoughts. Most people don't notice their thoughts speeding up and flitting through their heads faster and faster over time, especially enhanced through stress. Well, shit. So it's like stopping and taking a deep breath. Yes, precisely. Doing so is technically a tiny meditation. The more stressed out we are, the more shallow our breath, which in turn leads to feelings of anxiety and weakness. These things come from the breathing itself. Breathing shallowly suggests to the body that you are in a dangerous situation. So it triggers your your fight or flight response. And just by learning to control your breathing at all times, you can master a lot of situations that otherwise would seem too big to handle. Okay, huh? I heard some of that before, but not everything. How does that help me with Susie's ability, though? The ability, as far as I understand it from what Ayas told us about the Blood Bride bond, is already in you, just like if you were a fledgling vampire. But because your mind isn't used to having access to an ability, however, you cannot grasp it, and therefore cannot utilize it yet. The goal of today's meditation is for you to turn your focus inward and get in touch with the ability and hopefully learn to wield it too. Though that is not a given for the first session, some people can do it. Others take multiple sessions and some don't need to meditate to begin with. We'll have to wait and see which group you belong to. Want to just give it a try? I'll guide you through it. Sure. Alright, get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Following Match's instructions, I close my eyes and find a way to sit comfortably. Okay, done. Now focus only on my voice and follow along. Uh huh. Try not to speak, though it's fine to ask questions if you must. Take a deep breath slowly in through your nose. I slowly inhale and slowly out through your mouth. Ah, very good. Did you notice the feeling of stress flowing out of your body with your breath? I don't answer as I'm sure it's a rhetorical question. Well, you're doing great. Keep breathing slowly, focus on your thoughts, try to observe them, see how they flow. The more you breathe, the slower your thoughts should become and the more relaxed you should feel. Keep doing this for a bit, just breathe and observe. We'll continue in a moment. Slowly breathe in, slowly breathe out. My thoughts keep flitting through my head at the speed of lightning. It feels, but oh wait. It feels, but they slow down with each breath. Huh. This is actually quite pleasant. In and out. In and out. Faintly, I register Machi talking again. She's talking quietly, soothingly. Her exact words don't reach me, but they don't have to either. Just hearing her being there and keeping an eye on me is enough for me to be able to relax even more. I know I can rely on her. I don't know why I know that. I just feel it. In and out. The more I breathe, the more detached from my own thoughts I feel. My body starts to feel more alive than in a long time. It almost feels like it's buzzing with vital energy. My fingers tingle and so do my arms, my legs, my toes, my face. And my mind, though only in a certain corner of it, it almost feels like it's in the back of my head. Just not. Feeling drawn towards the tingling sensation, I try to explore it, figuring that it's what I'm looking for. It goes well at first. After a moment of focusing on the feeling, I notice myself getting distracted by something else. Annoyance. Another part of my mind is abuzz with suppressed anger and is now demanding my attention. It calls for me. Stronger than the tingling feeling what I assume is Suzu's dormant skill. I try to ignore it, focus on my breathing again to tune it out, concentrate on my main priority, the task I was given. Annoyance, louder than before, more demanding. Once again, I try to push it away. I need to focus on my goal. People expect me to learn about these things. My anger grows. It screams at me, demands to know why I should bother. I turn towards it, listen to it, try to understand where it comes from. The moment I give it my attention, it conjures an image in my mind of Shiro in the archive, denying me access to something I want to learn about because it doesn't align with Kuro's plans for me. In, out, in, out, in, out. An image of Kuro surprising me with this trip, forcing me to abandon Suzu and leave her on her own, despite the importance of today's therapy session for her. That's true. In, out, in, out, in, out. Uraha playing her usual games with me, making me dance her tune, only giving me scraps for information, yet telling me how important I am all the while. In, out, in, out, in, out. The fart agent Kawaguchi walking all over me, getting me fired. For what reason? Because I refused to provide her the information she sought? In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Suddenly a new sensation on my knee. Something is touching it. Slowly opening my eyes, I find Machi leaning forward, her hand resting on my knee. Sen, what's going on? Your breathing has sped up like crazy. I cleared my throat. I'm not sure. At first, I was really relaxed and everything seemed to be going great. But when I tried to access what I think was Susie's ability, something else caught my attention. Huh? What do you mean? I felt annoyed. I tried ignoring it, but it kept grabbing my attention. Annoyed about what? I scratched my head in frustration. Alright, it feels like I haven't had an agenda of my own lately. What do you mean? I keep getting tossed around like a cork in the ocean. Well, that actually, you know what? That reminds me of a character from an anime. Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach. When you think about it, most main characters, when you think about it, was I wouldn't say most because but it's something like Ichigo, specifically him. he gets roped in into the main character trope. He's not someone who's like he has an agenda. He has to get revenge. He has to do this. No, he gets roped in, saving people left and right. People he's met for a week, a month. You know, people he's connected or been friends to or with, and they're enemies. We're not really even when he's trying to kill someone, he's not really personally involved. Like I want to murder you. No, I'm just mad. I'm angry. I want to understand you, and I think over time, it's the beauty of his character. Let's go with that. Maybe it's not as realistic as you know what? Oh my god, this is not the Bleach video. Okay, we're not explain. I'm not explaining the character, the main character of Bleach, but that's what I feel. You know, the older I got, I keep getting tossed around like a cork in the ocean. Everyone tells me to do shit because I'm oh so important for some godforsaken reason. Do this, Sen. Go there, Sen. We can't tell you who you are or who your mom is, but just trust us, Sen. They expect me to blindly follow everything they say simply because they're what, older than me? Nobody stopped to ask me what I want to do. They just keep giving me tasks and piling expectations on me. If I'm supposed to be this weird lord person, shouldn't that mean that I'm something of a leader? If so, it doesn't feel like it. It feels more like I'm a puppet to them. I'm I shut my eyes and rub the bridge of my nose, collecting my thoughts for a moment. Alright, I'm just sick of not being in control of my own life anymore. Well, I didn't know that was how you felt. I'm sorry to hear it, Sen. Yeah, sorry for, dumping this all onto you out of nowhere, trauma dumping you. I'm not sure where it came from. It's okay. It's okay. It's what I'm here for. Is it? Machi seems to be lost in thought for a long moment. Yes. Yes, it is. I think you should push back. No, actually, what do you want, Sen? Well, I don't mind your counsel, Machi. I'm not going to hold giving your opinion against you. You're not part of the problem. Still, what do you want? How can I help you? Well, do you think doing what I'm told is the right thing to do? I think Kuro and the others like her have good intentions mostly. At least with Kuro, I know that she's striving for a world where we can live in relative safety. However, I know that Kuro is far from infallible. She's erred in the past and she'll err again in the future. I don't envy your position. There are a lot of expectations and eyes on you. The way I understand it, you're right in that you're supposed to become a leader. Well, it's not something one gets handed though. If you want to fulfill that role, you need to change your mindset. My mindset, huh? Yes, I assume the way you currently feel partially comes from a miscommunication between you and them. They're old and powerful, each in their own right, and they're used to commanding people. It's natural for them to phrase things as orders instead of suggestions, and expect people to do what they say. That kind of expectation is part of what makes a leader, and it's also what makes them seem so overbearing to you. From what I've seen of you, you seem to have a mind of your own. Though you get easily swept by high energy people like a cork in the ocean, like a cog in the machine. You're just a cog of society's machine, turning and spinning and whatever. You're a cog that can be replaced. So you either keep on turning or you die trying. I frown at the repeating of my earlier metaphor. Okay, I get that, and I think you're right about them not acting the way they do out of malice, but rather just out of habit. I'm not sure what to do though. As you said, I keep getting swept up by them. Well, it's not easy. These things usually take time. Though you do have an advantage, simply by virtue of your proclivity for independence. How so? How does it even mean? Well, it may feel to you as if you've just been following orders. That's not quite how it seems to everyone around you. You do act independently, and you also seem to have an agenda of your own, unlike what you said before. You know what? She's right as well. I forgot. This man wants to make a harem. Are you aware of just how many people you've helped in the time I've known you alone, Sen? I mean, I guess, but that's just... Well, his mom died. So, that's one of those reasons. That's you doing what you can and staying true to yourself, within the limits your circumstances impose. I don't think you're being passive or submissive to the likes of Kuro and Uraha. I think you're just completely out of your depth in this situation and adjusting to it on the fly. Anyone would be in your shoes. Maybe. It just feels like I have no control over what's happening in my life anymore. Then change it. Take control. Oppose them if necessary. They may be old, but they make mistakes like everyone else. If you feel like what they want you to do isn't right, just don't do it. And if they don't want to answer you, demand they do it anyway. Or don't if you feel like they have good reasons for not telling you, it's your decision. No matter what you decide, I'll stand firmly on your side, Sen. I I think you're right. I do need to take charge more often. There's one thing that seems strange to me though. What thing? Shouldn't you be on Kuro's side? Oh, that. It's not like I'm against Kuro. It's just I also had to make a decision for myself, and I did. But are you going to tell me what that decision is? Oh, you know how Miko and I spent the morning with I? Uh-huh. Well, you weren't there for no reason, were you? And I decided that if, well, we just got another wife. I decided that I don't want to take half measures. So I guess this was sort of a picnic date, wasn't it? Yeah, sort of. You like me, don't you? Oh, yes. Well, I'm glad to have you in my corner, Machi, and thanks for the advice. I needed that. And at that, Machi reaches over and gently takes my left hand into her right. Yeah, well, you're welcome, Sen. No half measures. Well, no half measures. Yeah. We smile at each. Oh, this is so cute, man. It's like, I like this. Very calm, peaceful episode. We smile at each other for a long moment, our eyes locked, unspoken thoughts fleeting through them. Is it flitting? Eventually, though, Magic clears her throat and the moment passes. Ahem, should we get back to the meditation? Yeah, I guess we should. Well, I'm going to give you some space. I'll wait over there to keep an eye on you without distracting you. Sure? I'll try to get back into the meditation then. Yell if you need me. Closing my eyes again, I try to get back into the state of calm I was in before. Despite assuming that it's going to be hard to get there again, it isn't actually that hard as it turns out, probably thanks to the conversation I just had with Machi. In and out. Slowly my mind calms again, and I feel a tingling sensation in that same corner of my mind once more. This time, however, there's no distracting feeling of anger. Where it had been before is now only a dull after image left that and a feeling of renewed resolve. Ignoring it, I focus on what I expect to be Susie's ability waiting for me to manifest it. It's an odd sensation, like trying to recall a word that's right there on the tip of one's tongue, but it just won't come. The difference being that by concentrating on it, I can make myself remember it. And that's precisely what it feels like, remembering something once forgotten, not learning something new, strange. I'm not sure how much time passes while I'm just sitting there, pulling the ability to the forefront of my consciousness. It can't have been too long, though, maybe a few minutes? Soon, I feel like I'm not making any progress anymore, like things are how they should be. Like I can freely access my new Gias anytime I want, though I don't know why I feel like my ability isn't suggestion like Suzu's. Gias? Code Gias? I am Lelouch Vivitania. No, man, that's insane. Wow, what a wild thing. I mean, they kind of added in an anime only thing where he's still alive. I spent another unknown length of time, completely focused on my own mind, marveling over the feeling of having an active ability I can use. Looking at it from multiple angles and tasting the feeling of priming it without activation, I can't help but be in awe. That's really raw. Life in the wait, life in the background, life in the background. Uh, Check out Idle Glance's video on that. Music video. Inspecting my ability soon gets replaced by other thoughts. My mind wanders back to the talk I had with Machi, the reason for it. Mulling over and reflecting on the things Machi said, I slowly feel my mindset shift. Machi's right. I need to start being more assertive, less passive. Eventually, though, my introspection is interrupted by steps coming closer. At first, I wonder why that would take me from my meditation until I notice that it's more than one set of footfalls. Opening my eyes, I find myself face to face with a beautiful yet unfamiliar girl staring at me intensely. And staring back at her, I can't help but feel like I'm getting lost in her gorgeous, incandescent eyes. Oh, first censor of the day. Oh my god, that was the end? This feels kind of. Is this what the people in corrupted kingdoms feel like when they get like mind corrupted? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we are really back with Crimson High. Opening my eyes again, I find myself in an unfamiliar place, and again with an unfamiliar girl in front of me. What the fuck? Who are you? Where am I? I tried to. I tried to move my hands but find that I'm unable to. They must have shackled me. And who was a hot girl from before? I gotta ask her for her number. I agree though, she's a knockout, but that's usually not meant literally. Mistress, are you sure he's the one we're looking for? He is. He should not be awake yet, however. Trying to turn my head, I curse the fact that I wasn't born an owl, because all I can see is the girl from earlier. She is gorgeous though. Ah, Simon? Eyes forward, pig. Oink? You don't get to lay your eyes on the mistress unless she wants you to, understood? Can't turn my head that far anyways. So, whatever, sure. What do you want from me? I do remember Ren slash Sen. He's an aggressive character, that's what I would say. How is it that you're awake already? Because I'm a goddamn harem protagonist. Yeah, harem protagonist. With the other girl and the mistress standing behind me, I refrained from trying to do anything about my binds. They will notice immediately. I'm not gonna talk to someone I can't see. If you want to ask me something, at least have the decency to do so face to face. You, how dare, Simon? Yes, mistress. I'm sorry, mistress. My appealing to her decent. Oh wait. My appealing to her decency apparently having worked, a woman steps next to the girl Simon. She looks noble, almost regal, in the way she carries herself, and she seems to really like the color red, huh? Well, right, you wanted to know something. What was it again? I asked how you're already awake. Mizu's ability should have you unconscious for hours, not just a couple of minutes. Ah, yeah, that's what it was. I have no clue. Of course, you would not give me an actual answer. Or can I ask a question now? If you must, what do you want to ask? Is Mizuho the pretty girl from before? Ah, yes, that's me. Turning my head, I see the girl from before, waving at me again, but this time with a big smile. Oh, hey, I'd wave back, but well, you look even prettier when you're smiling. Yep, the rizzing never stops. You're definitely an improvement over glaring at me. Thank you, that is enough, Mizuho. Do I need to remind you that what he is and why we're here? Sorry, lady. Mizuho. Oops, sorry, mistress. Lilith, huh? That's unexpected. Is this about Machi or Aki? While they're distracted with each other, I wiggle my hands trying to see if I can get out of my binds without them noticing. Interestingly enough, whatever they use to shackle me feels rather insubstantial. I can feel that I'm being restrained by something, but it lacks the telltale scratchy feeling of a rope. For example, in fact, there is no texture at all. I take it you know who I am? Maybe I should make her lose her balance. The less level-headed she is, the better my chances to get out of here, wherever here is. Are you some kind of celebrity? If so, can you sign my dick? Oh my days, you! Enough, Simon. Your attempt to get a rise out of me is evident, Mr. Ibuki. Why bother? But I could ask you the same. Why even bother making what seems to be a small talk with me if you're about to turn me into a ghoul? I keep wiggling my hands behind my back, unsure if I'm actually making progress, but I'm willing to give up either way. What makes you think that that is what we brought you here for? Aki, and what you made her do? Where is here anyways, actually? Can't be too far from where you found me, given you said I was only unconscious for a couple minutes. But I did not make that child do anything. She wanted to prove herself to me, I merely gave her a way to do so. I assume she is in a safe location and being taken care of? Is she trying to get information about Aki's whereabouts, or no? I think she's just trying to find out how Aki's doing, huh? But unlike you, I actually care about Aki. That's all you're gonna hear about her from me. Also, guys, welcome back. I I'm kind of slowly remembering the lore here. Also, I kind of recall that the main character cannot be turned to a ghoul, because that would kind of tip off the balance a bit too much to the monster side. He's like it's like a Jedi's true. The true way of a Jedi is to maintain balance. It's like having too many Jedi's eventually led to the Order 66, so it was like inevitable, I guess. Either way, you intrigue me, Mr. Ibuki. Most men give in to temptation when offered power or flesh. You did not. But I wanted to see for myself what kind of person was able to earn Aki's loyalty, among other things. That is why you are here. Well, so instead of simply asking for a conversation, you decided to drag me off during meditation, bind me, and make me jump through hoops? To satisfy your curiosity, well, courtesy leaves room for refusal. I find it easier to avoid that altogether. Well, you've gotten so used to controlling people, you don't even remember how to just treat someone with respect. Oh, yo, yo, we can't be treating our mother-in-law like that. Perhaps. Sorry for the chair. If you wanted to talk, you could have just asked. I'm not exactly hard to find. And risk you not coming. No. When you've lived long enough, you learn that choice is fickle. Control, on the other hand, is reliable. Right, well, congratulations. You got me here. Now what? Now we talk. Not like I got much of a choice, I guess. Shoot your shot then. Well, Machi, Aki, two girls bound to me by blood and history. Yet both drifted from my reach toward you. Huh, does she not know that Machi was a spy all along? Oh god, I keep hitting the fucking, the desk, computer desk, and the chair. Huh, does she not know that Machi was a spy all along, just like TF2? You know? Sounds more like she assumes Machi defected. What can I say? Maybe I'm just that charming. Do not flatter yourself, I want to understand why. Why not ask them yourself? Because their answers would be tainted by fear, by guilt, by what they think I want to hear. Yours, however, I suspect you lack the instinct to lie convincingly. Funny way of saying you think I'll be honest with you. Is it because I'm a man? Well, you resisted Aki when she should have been irresistible. You defied what was meant to break you. Most men would have folded, as the youngsters say, but you treated it as betrayal. Well, because it was, though it wasn't me who got betrayed there. I don't need a century of scheming to know when someone's being used. Straightforward, almost crude. It explains much. I smirk at her. Well, so this is all because you couldn't just accept that maybe they trust me for their own reasons? Trust is not freely given in our world, you know that. It is bought, forced, or bled for. Maybe that's the difference between us then. Perhaps. That is what I wish to see with my own eyes. Do not mistake this for approval. My curiosity is not consent, and my intrigue is not weakness. Wasn't planning on spending you a thank you card. Good. Keep your incidents sharp, Mr. Ibuki. Blunted men bore me. I have other matters that require my attention. Briefly, this conversation will continue, Mr. Ibuki. You are not free of me yet. Take care of him. As you wish, mistress. What does that even mean? She never explains herself. Sounds like you're in charge now. It's gotta feel nice, huh? No, don't twist it like that, like a fucking thing, you know? I'm just following orders. But orders so vague you don't even know what they mean. Sounds fun. Just stay still. That's probably what she meant. While she grumbles, I keep wriggling my wrist against a strange bond. She notices me shifting, but I keep her off balance with idle chatter. You know, I like her smile a lot. This guy, oh my god. Reminds me of, has anyone watched a cartoon? Yes, I'm whipping out the C word. Cartoon, an animated show. American Dad. Yep. I forgot what episode it was. It was like the episode where Stan, the dad character, gets captured in some. I don't want to jump the gun. South America? I could be wrong. Or maybe Micronesia? I don't know. Southeast Asia. I don't know, brother. But it was partnered up with one other like CIA asset or something, and they had to get out of jail. And fortunately for them, most of the guards were female, I guess. And the guy he was with was like really hot, right? He was blonde, and he has the charms, and he wooed his way out. I forgot what episode that was. Going back to the thing, you know, I like your smile a lot better than your glare. Maybe you should try that more often. Well, I said you said that already. Stop trying to get into my head. That's not really my intention. I'm mostly just passing the time while you babysit me. With one final twist, the shackles around my wrist unravel. Okay, there's nothing falling away, so I'm not sure what's happening behind my back. Finally. A goth vampire. Oh my days, I'm folding. Oh god, I'm whooping it out. Alright, what do you want? You know what happens when somebody captures me? They say they want me to force. They don't need to force me. Just send in a. Just to be sure. Once again, guys, I'm straight. But just to be like, if you're gonna try to like tempt me or anything, you know, it's like, let's say you've captured me. I'm in a cell. You want to know something or whatever. You have to send two interrogators. One hot goth baddie and one femboy, do- dominant femboy cutie. I would fold real quick, my man. I'd be crumbling like a deck of cards. Suddenly another girl pops up right next to me. Has she been behind me the whole time? Maybe she. What if she was the one just holding his hand, like he can't move? That would be. Wow, hand holding. Ooh, someone's full of surprises. And you are? Mikako. Those are my shackles, and nobody ever breaks out of them. You're just standing free as if they were paper chains. No, sitting free, I suppose, but still. Anyways, how did you do that? Come on, tell me, was it brute strength? Magic? Something else entirely. Moving my arms around to get some life back into them, I only pay half attention to the new girl. Wouldn't you like to know? Oh, I definitely would. Well, you seem lovely, but I think I should go while your boss isn't around anymore. And you think we would just let you go? I mean, yeah, kinda. Now that I'm no longer shackled, I don't see what you could do to stop me. This guy. You know what? I have the. What are you gonna do? Force me? Bind me? Push me against a wall? Mizu could knock you out again, I could. And then you'd shackle me again, yeah. But what prevents me from just breaking free again? Nothing, I suppose. But then again, we only have to keep you until our mistress comes back. Remember Sen, main character Ren? They're vampires. I'm assuming. They could do this forever, literally. Right, I guess that's true. But keep your ability at the ready, okay? If he tries to get up, knock him out. Okay, I can, yes, I can do that. But why not just do it now? But it's more interesting that way. He seems fun to tease. Mikako? Why the girls debate about what to do with me? I tried to come up with a plan to get out of this place. I have a couple of options, but I'd rather not use blunt force if I can avoid it. So far, no one's gotten hurt, and I'd rather not be the one to escalate things beyond what they already are. Instead, I wonder if I should try my Gias here. Code Gias? Lelouch v Britannia! Based on what I felt during my meditation, I should have a decent enough grasp on it already. This might actually be the perfect chance to test what I touch on during meditation. How strong is this new ability? How far can I push it? Only one way to find out, I guess. Taking a deep breath, I focus on the strange sensation from before and activate my new ability for the first time. Mizuho? Eh? A slight surge goes through me and amplifies my voice, not in volume but rather the weight it carries. Why don't you knock Mikako out for me? For a moment, she just blinks at me as if confused. Then she turns to her compatriot, raises her hands, and makes a goofy-looking wiggly gesture at Mikako. I don't even know if this is real. No, Mizu, stop that! Suddenly, Mikako's eyes roll back and she collapses like a puppet with its strings cut. I brace myself for Mizuho's reaction, ready to jump at her if she realizes what just happened. But instead, she simply turns her gaze back to me, calm as ever, as if nothing was out of place. Oh my god, this is a Gias! That was easier than expected. But if it works on her allies, I wonder... Mizuho? One more thing, can you do me a favor and use your ability on yourself? Does she need a mirror? Again, my ability activates and my voice carries extra weight. On myself? Please. Her brows furrow for a split second, but then she raises her hand again, though this time pointed at herself. A quick motion, a blink, and she crumples in place, unconscious besides Mikako. Damn! I stare at the two of them on the ground, still breathing evenly. Well, I guess that answers that question. Leaning back, I put my hands behind my head and wait to smirk, tugging at my lips. This changes things a lot. With this new ability of mine, I may as well wait for Lilith to come back and see what else she has to say. Wait, I was about to say, is that reckless? Maybe, but so far she hasn't given any indication of it intending to harm me, and I still don't know where I am or where Machi is. Closing my eyes for a moment, I automatically go back into the meditative breathing pattern I used earlier. I hit the mic again, my bad, and I'm moving it now. With my hand. Okay. Sitting there, a memory tugs at my mind. Didn't Aki say someone from her clan knocked out Yui the other day? I wonder if that was Mizuho as well. Sounds likely at least. After a few minutes of just breathing, I hear a familiar poof sound and suddenly feel a light weight on my leg. Ryo's gonna be like, uh-oh, this is bad. Hey, a nerd Kuro asked Ronin to send me to check on you. She suddenly pauses mid-sentence, eyes darting to the two unconscious girls on the floor next to me. Did I miss something? Why are those two napping the job? Long story, don't worry, they're fine. Well, if you say so. Looks like a weird place for a nap though, especially in a white dress. Those grass stains are gonna be impossible to get out. Grass stains? What you talking about? There is no grass. Pausing for a moment, I focus on the sensation my body picks up. The ground below my feet gives the same way grass does. Why does it feel like stone? Why doesn't it feel like stone? It's an illusion ability. I was about to say, so in a few minutes they teleported him out of there? Impossible. Could it be an ability of sorts too? Some sort of illusion? That other girl Simon. I don't know what her ability is yet. It would explain the sudden change in location at least. Tell Kuro and the others I'm fine. I'll be back with them soon. Oh, and maybe let them know where I am too, just in case. I seem to be stuck in an illusion, I think. Also, please check on Machi for me. Make sure she's safe and that she knows what's going on. Can you do that? Yeah, no problem. She's okay though. Been with her before coming here. Oh, good. Where is she? Just a few meters from here, but she says she's stuck in a mirage too. Apparently, one of her former clanmates can do that. Did she say anything about how to break out of it? She said there's a time limit on them, or you could knock out the one who created it, some white-haired nerd. I like Rio. Alright, thanks, I guess. I'll have to sit this one out, then. Kinda what I intended to do anyway, so it's fine. No one's been with her, though, right? Huli? Huli? She was alone, yeah. I hope it stays that way. Not much I can do to help her while stuck in this illusion. Actually, hold on. You said she was only a few meters away? Can you lead her over to me? Uh-huh, yeah, sure, no problem. Give me a moment. Wheel poofs away and I'm left behind with nothing else to do but to ponder my current situation. Where did Lilith go, if not to Machi? What else would she have to do around here? Something against Kuro or her clan? After a moment, I hear voices coming closer. Just a few more steps, nerd. Yeah, that way. No, not there. That's not him. That's a tree. Careful, there are bodies on the ground. Step around this way. Yeah, now you got it. Suddenly, Rio appears on my leg again. Hey, a nerd, can you see her? Huh? No, I can only see you. Where is she? Right next to you. I don't see anyone. Try touching each other. Maybe that'll help. You were able to see me immediately after all. Yeah, hold on. What? Sen, that's me! Oh my god, this guy's a real player. Oh shit, I was going for your shoulder. You're still holding on to it. I can't help myself. It feels amazing. Sen! Sorry. Uh-huh. Anyway, what happened, Sen? Hold on, Ryu. Have you told Kuro yet? Nope. Please do that now. Also, let her know that Lilith and one of her underlings have been doing something around here. Can't hurt to be vigilant. Yeah, okay, later, nerds. Alright, so Ryu said you were stuck in an illusion as well? Yes, it felt familiar too, but I didn't see or hear anyone. Yeah, no wonder. Lilith and a few of her underlings came to visit me. Two of them even decided to stay. Gesturing at the two unconscious girls, I draw Machi's attention to them. I've noticed them. They aren't dead, right? Huh? No, they're just unconscious. Mizo first knocked Mikako out, then herself. What? How? Why? That is precisely what I would like to know. Lilith's voice slices through the air like a knife, calm but laced with enough menace to send a chill down my spine. She strides back into the illusion with Simon just a step behind her, both of them taking the side before them. I leave for a few minutes and already my attendants are scattered like children at recess. Her eyes flicker from them to me, lingering the way I'm sitting so casual despite the situation. Fascinating, Mr. Boogie. You continue to exceed expectations. Not the tone I expected. There's no ice, no fury left, only curiosity. Well, someone who's lived a long life, she's gonna be super curious. Of course, I kinda understand it. Think about this. If you've been alive for like hundreds of years, or at least a couple thousand, right? Or maybe even just 300 years, you're gonna be like, I've seen a lot of things already. So anything new would be like, whoa. For someone I'd pegged, pause, as a ruthless man-hating tyrant, she sounds almost friendly, almost. Most men in your place would have panicked, flailed, maybe even started to beg or threaten. You sit here as if you own the place. Not much to own, is there? The place is just an illusion, after all. Illusion or not, you're still within my grasp. Am I, though? The knockout is out of commission, same as her BDSM fan over there, Simon. Don't say my name so casually, pig! Simon's illusions are kind of worthless once you see through them, figuratively speaking. As for you, Lilith? I shrug. I know of your affliction. I don't think you're a threat by yourself. So how exactly am I still in your grasp? Ignore my question outright. Lilith turns her attention to Machi and addresses her. And you, Machi? I'd wondered where your loyalties would land, sorry. Tell me, have you truly cast aside your clan just to linger at his side? That's not how it is. No, then enlighten me. I'm here because it's where I need to be. Where you need to be, I see. You know my stance on traitors. Uh, yes. Considering the circumstances, I will be merciful. Banishment, nothing more. From this moment, you're no longer of Clan Anzu. Yeah, I'm the same with Machi. I'm like, oh no. Huh. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Naturally, you've thrown away chance at greatness for a man, for him. The hell is going on? Does she even know we're here with Kuro? Simon? Yes, mistress? We are leaving. What about Mizuho and Mikako, mistress? Leave them. The clan has no need for failures of their caliber. But, yes, mistress. And dispel the illusion. Of course, mistress. And you, Mr. Ibuki? You unsettled the order around you. Even in chains, you make others falter. That intrigues me. Do not mistake that for favor, however. Why is she blushing? What the fuck? What is this? Oh my god, we're already rizzing their mom. Stay sharp or you won't see me coming next time. I'm scaroused right now. Now I'm just aroused. Didn't see her coming this time either, but that didn't really do much good for her. Right, before you go, Lilith. That's Lady Lilith to you, Pit. That's enough, Simon. Sorry, mistress. What do you have to say, Mr. Ibuki? Your affliction, I have a way to cure it. You what? You heard me? She clears her throat, then glares at me. You are a terrible liar, Mr. Ibuki. I shrug. Well, if you think so, cancel your mirage, Simon. We're leaving. With a final wave of her hand, Simon dispels the illusion. The false scenery cracks and fades. We're left back where we started, the mountains quiet and real once more. Walking away, Lilith and Simon leave Machi and me with the two unconscious girls. Neither of us knows what to say at first. Oh, that just happened, Machi. So we're like married now or something? Didn't everyone say that Lilith hates men? She does, actually, usually. She didn't feel like it. She seemed to be curious. Actually, more than that. Weirdly enough, she sure did. Do you really have a way to help her? Maybe, yeah, but she didn't believe me, unsurprisingly. Why did you tell her about it to begin with? Call it the gut feeling. I don't think antagonizing her further would be beneficial to anyone. Helping her, on the other hand, I don't know why, but I feel like it could go a long way. Well, she is a tall woman. Climbing her would be a tough nut to crack. Oh, maybe. Also, does she really think you defected from the clan? It seems that way. That was incredibly strange. I've always been sure she suspected me of something. Yeah? So what are we gonna do with these two? I assume you can't carry both of them? Probably not, no. But you could leave one, take the other, then we'll send someone to pick up whoever you leave behind. Sounds good. Mikako is a goth baddie though. Wait. She's a goth bee, man. I'll take Mikako with us. Even though Mizu seems to be more gentle than Mikako, she at least has her ability to defend herself if necessary. I know they're technically the enemy, but ultimately they didn't really harm either of us, and they seem nice enough. Besides, who knows, maybe they will even help us in some way once they find out that Lilith has cast them aside like used rags. But I guess it's time for us to head back to the others. I'm sure Kuros will want to hear details about this. Yes, let's head back. So it was just one massive misunderstanding, huh? We're getting up, we dust ourselves off, then head back the way we initially came, tired and relieved, though with some extra baggage in the form of a girl slung over my shoulder. You mean a woman? Neither of us has much energy left for words. The silence between us isn't awkward or anything, just heavy. The air feels different now that the illusion is gone, fresher, as if reminding us that we went through was real. What we went through was real, no matter how unreal it looked and felt. By the time the train levels out, we're both moving on autopilot. Around that point, it's also that we spot Kuro and a few of the others coming our way from further down the path. They must have felt the illusion vanish, or maybe they were already in their way up, who knows. Either way, the sight of them loses a tightness in my chest I hadn't been aware of before. They don't ask for details right away, just a few quick glances and a general question about our current state, before we fall in step together for the way back. Morgan and one of the servant girls continue on their way after we tell them about the unconscious girl left behind, though I hope they find her well. One of my very first questions after Morgan left for the girl is where Miko is and whether she's fine. Girl lets me know that she's back at the estate, still with I, and thus safe, making me let out a big breath in relief. Only once the estate comes into view again do I finally let myself breathe easier. Lilith wasn't what I expected, not the cold, raging tyrant I had built her up in my head, but something else entirely. She was curious and calculating, and it felt as if she was watching me like a puzzle to be solved. As for Machi, she keeps her composure, but I can see the weight in her eyes too. Banishment might not mean much there, but being dismissed like that still has a cut deep. And I know one thing for certain now. Gias works, and Lilith knows it. I'm sure whether she admitted it or not. Inside the estate, Kuro corrals us into the main area, intent on making sure that we did not get hurt. Not wanting to keep carrying her, I carefully lay Mikako onto a few of the pillows, then sit down next to her. Okay, first things first. Are you the realist? I'm kidding. First things first. Are you two of you alright? Any injuries? Well, if you talk about my heart pumping lots of adrenaline and blood to a different part of the organ, yeah, no injuries, and I'd say we're fine, right, Machi? Yes, I'd say so too. Good, in that case. Who's the girl? Oh, well, that's Mikako, one of Lilith's underlings, or well, she was at least. Not sure what else Lilith's leaving her behind could mean. Either way, she has some sort of binding ability that she used to cuff my hands. It felt weirdly corporeal. What the fuck, man? It felt weird, incorporeal. You should be familiar with her and Mizo from my reports. Ah, that's right. Mizo can knock people unconscious and you both should be out of it for a while. Are you sure? Yeah, I think Mizo is the one who knocked Yui out a few days ago and she was out for at least half a day. But you weren't. I wasn't, yeah. They were all pretty surprised by that fact too. I see. Do you have a lockable room without windows around here? Anywhere we could lock her up just in case? That would probably be for the best, I agree. Take her to one of the inner bedrooms and lock her in there. Maybe shackle her too if you can. And shackle her, yes. Anything you desire, Reverend Albatar. So why did you bring her here in the first place and ask Momo to go bring the other for that matter? What else was I supposed to do? This guy is forming his harem. If you can't conquer them through fights and violence, marry them, I guess. Leave them out there for who knows what will happen to them. If you need the more pragmatic argument though, I'm sure they'll become useful in some way or another. How so? Are you just asking him to see what he thinks, or do you really not see the potential, Kuro? Doesn't matter. It does. I see. Humor me, will ya? Sure, if my theory about Mizuho the knockout is correct, which I'm sure it is, it means that at least she, but likely both of them, are part of Lilith's inner circle. Lilith. What a fucking name, man. Adams, Lilith. That alone could make them valuable in terms of information we could potentially get from them, especially after they've been cast aside like this. Shouldn't Lilith's willingness to leave them behind be an indicator for their uselessness, though? I could be, yeah, but in that case, we wouldn't have lost a whole lot. It's a low risk, high potential reward kind of situation. Anything else? Beyond kind of liking them despite their actions and feeling like they would be better off away from Lilith, only that their abilities could come in handy should we manage to be able to convert them to our cause. Our cause, is it? Is that you're doing, Machi? No, I only help Sen to find his footing and let him know that I have his back. Just make sure to remember us. As if I could forget you. You're right, of course, you could end up becoming valuable assets in more ways than one. Yeah, though I'd appreciate if you'd leave them a choice, even if they turn out to be enemies. They won't. I'll try my best to accommodate your requests. Taking a deep breath, I think back to my conversation with Machi from earlier and come to a decision. Kuro, yes? That wasn't a request, even if it was phrased like one. Whoa! Whoa! Someone's finally putting on his big boy pants, huh? This guy's I'm in. 1.3 seconds, I'm in. You know, this is... Oh, shut up. Telling you what to do feels weird enough as is. It would work even better if you didn't backpedal like this. That's not what this is. I know you just can't help yourself. Leave him be, Kuro. It's good that he's not completely losing what makes him into the man he is. I know, Machi, I agree, yet I can't just let him get away with ordering me around, can I? It's not like everyone else will, after all. Haha, I know, still though. You're fine, Sen. I like seeing that you decided to take your role a bit more seriously. Yeah. Speaking of taking things seriously, we need to talk about Lilith. How did she find us out there? Things could have gone a hell of a lot worse had her motivation been anything more sinister than simple curiosity. That is indeed a good question. I honestly don't know. Has Lilith been here before? Not as a guest of the clan, that's all I can say for certain. What about tracking? There are probably some people with tracking abilities or the like, aren't there? There are, though they are very rare as far as I'm aware. No one in Clan Anzu fits the bill. Machi? Not to my knowledge. Do you know all of their abilities? No, but people with tracking abilities tend to be known in our circles. So there's still a chance that they do have someone like that and that you just don't know about her. There's a chance, yes. A minuscule one, but still a chance. Good to know. There's another more plausible explanation though, a leak. We think there could be a mole. Not necessarily though, it's not too far-fetched either. If you can infiltrate them, they can infiltrate you. We should definitely keep the possibility in mind, but it's not where I was going with this. I assume this trip wasn't some giant secret that only a select few people were told about, was it? No, but I also did not exactly advertise it. Right, but anyone could have seen you make preparations for it. Sure, they may also have been watching the place you're staying at, even though they couldn't do anything about it while you were in there. Possibly. But I don't think widely guessing like this will get us anywhere. What do you suggest? I think we can leave the question be for now. Lilith shouldn't be that much of a threat. Even though she's a misandristic as hell and has already taken action against you twice. Yeah, for one, she didn't seem that misandristic actually, unlike her second in command. And for two, I planted the seed before she left. Damn, you fuck Lilith? My god, this guy. See, I told you, Kuro, this man will save myth kind and humankind. My goodness. But could have. But no, I told her that I have a way to cure her affliction. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. Actually, I'm surprised that she let you go after that, though. But she got mad and called me a liar. I think she felt awkward about suddenly being in that position. I bet she figured that she couldn't force that kind of information out of you because she needs it to be correct. Proud as she is, she probably defaulted to pretending that she did not believe you rather than accept that she actually needed something from you. Yeah, that sounds about right. I guess we'll have to wait and see what comes of it. There was one more oddity. Oh? It seemed like Lilith did not know that Machi never actually was part of her clan. Really? Didn't you tell me she found out about you? I thought she did. Maybe I was mistaken, or maybe she was playing games with us earlier. Though she didn't seem like she was. I'm honestly not sure what's going on with that. Does it matter? That's a strange question. Why wouldn't it matter? Well, realistically speaking, what difference does it make whether she knows or not? It's not like you intend to go back undercover, right? I mean, no, I don't, but no, I suppose it doesn't make a difference. That's what I'm thinking. It may be nice to know whether she knows or not, maybe even become useful eventually, but that's about it. You're right, it doesn't matter much. There aren't too many situations I can think of right now where it would give us an advantage. Aside from that, do you expect Lilith and her clan to become a problem going forward? Normally I would have said yes, but given the carrot you've dangled in front of her, I'm not so sure anymore. Alright, I guess we'll see what happens. Is there anything else you need to know about what happened, Kuro, or otherwise I'm heading to my room for a bit? Nothing. I do want to apologize though. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to protect you, Sen. You too, Machi. But it's not your fault, Kuro. It was me who took Sen out. Who took Sen out there to begin with. So if anything, I need to apologize. But I'm sorry, Sen. I did not expect you to be in any danger, not this close to the estate. But it's fine. Both of you did the best you could. Some things just aren't possible to account for. Like Lilith suddenly popping up in a place she has no business to be near. Besides, no one got hurt and things turned out reasonably well for us, all things considered. So don't worry about it, alright? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm heading back to my room for a bit then. Do you want to come, Machi? Maybe later? Okay, it's not that I don't want to, but I should go see Perrine and it's fine, Machi. It's fine, Machi. Say hi to Perrine for me. We can talk more later. Okay, I'll do that, but it's really not because I don't want to. I know that. Don't worry about it. We'll talk later. Very good, you two. Keep it up. I'll send someone to get you for dinner later, Sen. Rest well. Thanks. Heading out of the main area, I make my way over to the guest rooms. On my way there, I run into Miko, who's just coming back from her time with Ai. Meeting in the hallway between our respective rooms, we smile at each other and have a quick chat. Turns out, Miko had the same idea and was going to lie down for a bit after a quick shower, so naturally we decided to do so together, lying down that is, not the shower. Telling her to just join me in my room when she's done, we part ways and I head into my room by myself. Kicking off my slippers, I sit down on the bed and grab my phone to check it for notifications. However, just when I'm about to unlock it, the screen lights up by itself, showing an incoming call from Nene. Oh, it's my wife. Hey, Nene. My love, this is your other wife. Suzu? No, my love, yet another one. Emma? Emma found the idea of a spontaneous betroth, betrothed. Emma found the idea of spontaneous betrothment and suspect, my love. Betrothment. Alright, then you must be Nagisa. Yes, and it only took you 4 tries to get it correct. I'm lucky to have you, Mr. Husband. Was that sarcasm? Oh no, I don't think I'm capable of sarcasm. Right. Anyway, what's up, Nagisa? What's up, N-word? Everything okay? I am well, my love. Thank you for your concern. That's good to hear. How is Nene? She is well as well, of course. Otherwise, I wouldn't be well. Am I saying well a lot? I think I am, aren't I? Well, yeah. Oh no, you too? What's happening, my love? My love. So, where's Nene? I assume nearby since her... Oh, what the fuck? I assume nearby since they're calling from her phone. She's around, yes. Do you wish to speak to her? I think she's a bit indisposed, my love. Can your inquiries wait? Yeah, sure. Thank you, my love. I had hoped you would say that. Why is that? Because I wish to speak with you. Hence my calling you from Nene's phone. A lovely gift, by the way. Yeah, you want to talk to me just in general or about something specific? I wanted to tell you about a recent development in my life, my love. As my fated companion, I think you should be aware of these things. Your fated companion, huh? What's a development? Yes, my love. Fate brought us together and fate will guide us through our shared life. And we share a lot. We do? Yes, like our mutual acquaintance with a certain cute purveyor of pastries. A purveyor of pastries? A, pâtissier. Am I saying that correctly? How do you pronounce that? Okay, I found it. A pâtissier of perfection. A producer of bread. Wait, that last one doesn't fit though. I ran out of pastry-related keywords. Oh, I take it you're talking about Mina. Yes, I am indeed talking about Mina, my love. So you know her too? That's a shame. Wait, how do you know that I know her? Are you stalking me? No, my love, there's a much more efficient way of acquiring information. It's called, you came up in our conversation. How boring. Mundane or not, it is a fact. Just like our shade acquaintance, what you think is a shame. Why though? I figured her garlic bread would be a nice surprise for you provided she made garlic bread, of course. You wanted to surprise me with garlic bread again? Well, guys and gals, to get into the heart of a woman, you gotta first feed her food. Wait, that's just how, that's the same thing with dudes. Oh, yeah. And Mina makes garlic bread? I actually don't know that for sure. I was hoping to ask her this next time. You need to ask her, my love. I'll do that next time. No, now! Huh? You're on speaker mode, my love. Now you can ask her. Is she with you right now? Hello? Who's this? I guess she is. Hey, Mina, it's Sen. We met yesterday at your bakery. Oh, hello, Sen. Nagisa told me that you and she, are married? Through fate, nonetheless. Yeah, apparently Nagisa is my first wife or something. That's right, but there are more important things to discuss. More important things? Very important things. Sen needs to ask you something. He needs to ask me something. Yes, but before you answer, let him ask this question. You can't skip this important step. But what question? My love, this is your cue. Mina, do you make garlic bread? Do I make garlic bread? That's an important question. Cheeky bugger. Yeah, I was wondering about that after trying your food yesterday. I know how to make garlic bread, yes. Oh, awesome. I take it you don't sell it in your shop on the regular though? No. No. Should I? Yes, at least for now. Later you can just bake it for us at home. We're moving in together? Not yet, but yes. And I'm going to be baking for everyone. Finally, a baker's wife. Yes. Or... Yeah. Wait, no. My wife's a baker. There we go. But yes, but only if you want to, of course. You can make other things besides garlic bread too. Like mochi? Would that be appropriate? If I'm going to be part of the family, I'm sure. Is there something special about making mochi? They are mochi and I like making them a lot. Okay then I guess they're special. I see. I don't see actually, but oh well, it's not like it matters a lot. That's when I'm about to continue the conversation, I hear footsteps out in the hallway. Well, I need to get going. If there isn't anything else important to talk about, that is. No, my love, I will continue communicating my feelings for you through our shared bond. At this point, the door opens and Miko steps into the room wearing a set of comfortable clothes. And I'll receive them, I guess. And send some back. And send some back, yeah. Say hi to Nene from me. I'll see you around, Nagisa. Mina? Goodbye, my love. See you. Sen? Oh god, the original baddie is here! Nagisa? Yeah, she called me to tell about the mutual acquaintance. Want to join me? Hmm? Yeah. Coming over to me, Miko lies down next to me and we get comfortable on the bed. We chat for a bit with both of us giving the other an abridged version of the day's events. It's a pretty easy conversation and I enjoy it a lot. I should have been there. I could have protected you. Oh, the OG wife. I told you. I told you. Miko, it's fine. It's not like anyone except Lilith of all people to come out. It's not like anyone expected Lilith of all people to come out here and ambush me. Or anyone else for that matter. But still, I'm your enforcer. What good am I if I can't even protect my Inquisitor? Well, I can imagine how you must feel, but this really isn't your failure, Miko. If anything, I'm glad that you weren't there, since that way at least you were safe. I want to see you safe as much as you do. Me. And ultimately, nothing too bad happened anyways. So don't worry about it, okay? I'm fine and so is Machi. Besides, the whole thing gave me an opportunity to test the ability I got from Suzu. You didn't mention that before. How was it? Interesting, to say the least. I was able to make one of them knock the other one out with her ability before knocking herself out with it. Really, when I talked to Suzu about her ability, it didn't sound like that was something you could do. She said she could only nudge someone in a certain direction, but she couldn't tell them to do anything they did not want to do. Well, does that mean the girl wanted to knock her friend and herself out? Oh my god, that could be the most twistiest thing I could have hear or heard or whatever. That would be fucking fun. That would be hilarious, but no, I don't think that's the case. For some reason, my ability is called Gias and not Suggestion, like Suzu's is. It seems to have changed. Have you heard of something like that before? Before meeting you and learning about blood brides, I didn't even know that someone could gain a vampire's ability at all. I mean, yeah, but maybe I mentioned something about it. No, she didn't talk about abilities a lot. All she said was that mine is an interesting one to potentially share. But I can see that, I guess. Oh, what the fuck? I can see that. I guess I'll become crazy strong like you, huh? My implying that Miko shares her ability with me has an immediate effect on her and she has become flustered. She said so, but didn't Kerr say anything about your new ability? We didn't actually talk about it. Between all the time about Lilith and what her being here means, it never came up. You should talk to her about it. Or maybe ask I? Yeah, not sure that that's a great idea. She's not my biggest fan. No pun intended, she told me. Yeah. Do you want me to ask her about it? Would you do that for me? Of course. Do you want me to go ask her now? No, it's not that urgent. I'd rather close my eyes and just snuggle with you for a bit. This guy is... Man, give her a bit more attention, man. Or maybe this is the... Maybe that's why she's the OG wife. She can control herself, huh? Okay, I like that idea better too. But if an opportunity to talk to I comes up later... Yeah, thanks, Miko. Anytime, Sen, anytime. Making good on our words, Miko and I lie back, close our eyes, and gently caress each other. And just like that, it doesn't take long at all for us to doze off. I thought I was gonna dream about something. An unknown amount of time later, a knock on the door wakes us from our slumber. After being addressed by me, one of the servant girls, I don't know which one from her voice alone, informs us that dinner will soon be served in the main area. I thank her for letting us know and tell her that we'll be there in a few minutes, after which she leaves. Feeling peckish enough to warrant a hearty meal, Miko and I peel ourselves off of each other and get up from the bed. One after another, we quickly dip into the bathroom to freshen up before we then head towards dinner. When we get there, the others are already in the middle of eating, apparently not willing to wait however long it could have taken us to get there. We still join them and both get our choice of a select few dishes available, which we quickly devour. Afterwards, the self-acclaimed servant girls take our dishes and we're left sitting around in small groups. We're gonna yap. I knew it! Woo, that was delicious. Was that your doing again, Perrine? Of course, I wouldn't never let anyone else cook while I'm around to do it. My compliments to the chef then. Thanks, mister. Sen, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, sure. Kuro, man, if you wanted to be in the harem, you should just said so. Getting up from my spot, I follow Kuro. She steps out of hearing range of the others, minus Machi, of course. Alright, what's up, Kuro? I want your opinion on something. Okay, what's that? I was thinking we should end the day with a party to give everyone a chance to relax. Interesting. Party, huh? Not sure how I feel about partying with Kuro right now, but I think the others would enjoy the party a lot. Sounds like a good idea, but you surely didn't need my opinion to figure that out, right? Obviously not. I wanted to know how you'd feel about manning the bar. You want me to play barkeeper? Why? I have my reasons. You cheeky. How old is she? She's like hundreds of years old or something? Nope, I'm done with that kind of bullshit. Listen, Kuro, I know you love being cryptic and all, but it's really not that great a thing to do. Especially if you expect me to do something for you, I'm done with being treated like a puppet. Puppet master? What happened to you while you were out there, you know? I've been fed up with people being cryptic about everything for a while. Meditating brought those feelings up again, and Machi helped me put things into perspective. I understand. Good. Then please be more forthright with me. Logic works a lot better on me than manipulation. It's not an easy habit to break, but I'll try for you. Wife material? Thanks. So, what are your reasons for wanting me behind the bar? It's more than just a whim, isn't it? Well, goddess is a whim. I'm kidding. It is. I would like to put you in a central position to give people time to get used to you being in that kind of position. By making me into a service personnel, by making you into the person everyone can talk to when they need something, be it drinks or otherwise. Something they need to scratch that itch or tone down the tone. That's some interesting logic, but I guess I can see what you're getting at. Sure, yeah, I can tend to the bar. Anything I should keep in mind? Not really, just do your usual thing. My usual thing? The thing where you're all charming and people just gravitate towards you. That's my usual thing, huh? I idly scratch my cheek thinking about the truth behind Kuro's statement. Huh. I guess it is, especially if you watch that one guy's like YouTube channel and my escapades, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Glad to be talking about it. I'll leave you to it then. Yeah, and I'll stay here and wait for people to come up and order stuff from me. Here, let me kickstart things for you. Interesting individuals to censor. While I step behind the bar, Kuro turns towards the room and claps twice to get everyone's attention. Everyone, since today, woo, a speech. Everyone be quiet. The Abartark is giving a speech. Woohoo, Lady Abartark. Abartark? Thank you, Katie. You go, Queen. As I was saying, since today is the last day of... Actually, screw that. We're going to party tonight and Sen's going to handle everyone's drinks and Rose is our impromptu barkeep for tonight. But first, Fayad, please bring sake for everyone. Of course, Lady Abe. Enjoy yourselves, ladies. Yeah, party. I love alcohol. There you go. Have fun, Sen. Yeah, Hey, can I get a beer? Thanks. Hey, Morgan. Sure. Bottle or a Stein? Is it Stain or Stein? Yeah. Or is it? I don't even fucking know. Of course. While I look around the bar trying to find both an empty... I don't drink, guys. I have never... wait. No, I've drunk before. Let's go with that. But I'm not the guy that goes out to parties. I'm not the experienced type of social activities. Clearly, when I look around the bar trying to find both an empty beer and Stein, whatever. Stein? Kuro starts needling Morgan. Couldn't wait any longer, could ya? Why would I? You're the one who said we were going to have a party tonight. Yeah, but remember our deal. Sure. I'll pay for anything stronger than boiled water. Is the bar usually open for everyone? Yeah, right. Big boss over here is as stingy as her boobs are tiny. Momo, they might still grow eventually. Nah, vampires. It, usually because vampires will stay at the age where they were bit at the time, right? Like if you're 24 and you turn to a vampire, you'll be 24 forever. Physically appearance. There you go. Appearance like speaking. What if you were a baby? Well, it sucks to suck. you're screwed. Momo, they might still grow. Yeah, so what? She makes you pay for booze around here? Yeah, at least for the good stuff. Then why did you order beer? You know, because I like it. It's because she's a drunk and the only one I make pay for everything but beer, including tonight. If I didn't, she would bankrupt the clan. So only beer for Morgan? Just because you're a Doulahan and alcohol doesn't have any negative long-term effects on you doesn't mean you're not a drunk, Momo. You drink nearly as often as I do, though. And 100 is nearly as much as 1,000, depending on your point of view. But there's still a significant difference. Anyways, my beer. Having had it ready for a while at this point, I slide the... What? How do you... Fuck me, man. Okay, it's gotta be Stein. Where do you keep... Mmm... I mean, are they under your cover? Under your floors, maybe? Ah, Shiza, Shiza. What are we doing? Shiza. Here we go. Let me know if you need more. I like you, Sen. You and I will become great friends tonight. Yes, you will. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just thinking of playing a party game or two later tonight. Oh lord, I may need a lot more beer. Hey, a nerd, I got a message from Sticks for you. What's going on? Are you guys having a party over here? We are. Want to join us? Or are you gonna make me pay for all my drinks again? Drinks are free all night. In that case, yeah, count me in. I just gotta finish my task first. Go ahead, we'll head back to our table. Feel free to join us when you're done, Rio. Ah, okay. Hey, a nerd, I got a message from Sticks for you. Hey, Rio, what's the message and why didn't Inaiwin just call me or send me a text? She did some of her technology witchcraft again. Apparently, she's made some improvements to that watch of yours. She did? Yeah, she has a friend who's good at teleporting and stuff, and she helped her with it. Huh. Couldn't you have done the same? I don't teleport. Ronin summons me to where she needs me. It's different. Oh, interesting. She has to summon her to a place and then summon her back. It's like a more tedious thing to do rather than instantly teleport. Well, never mind then. So Inaiwin's friend helped her improve my watch? Yeah, well, not your watch per se, because you still have that on you, but yeah. She did ask me to take your watch back with me so that she can add that same improvement or whatever, though. Ah, gotcha. How long would that take, do you know? Do you know? I don't know. Probably not too long. I can ask when I take it back to her since I'm coming back here anyways. Well, that'd be great, Rio. Should I take my stuff out of there? Don't think so. She didn't say anything about that. There shouldn't be anything in there that I urgently need right now. I don't see myself using Bookie tonight, so... Actually, scratch that. I did not see myself getting ambushed earlier today either. I'm getting my gun out of there. Everything else I can get from Kuro if necessary, though. Alright, let me quickly grab some stuff from it. Opening the pocket dimension, I take out Bookie, stash it under the counter, and close the dimension again to hand Rio the watch. Here you go. Thanks for your help, Rio. Just doing my job, nerd. Be back in a bit. With Rio gone, I quickly duck underneath the counter to make sure that my gun is safely stashed away, out of sight, as to not worry anyone unnecessarily. Coming back up, I find the next patron waiting for me, though I get the feeling that it's not alcohol she wants. Hey, Perrine, what can I do for you? Hello, Miss Sen. I wanted to come and say thank you for protecting Machi earlier. That was very brave of you. Yeah, you're welcome. I didn't do a lot, though. Machi said otherwise. She did? Yes, did something happen between the two of you? I mean, not really. We talked a lot, but nothing beyond that. Okay, I think she likes you a lot. You think so, huh? I do. She... Perrine? Uh-oh. Did you forget that I can hear you? No. Didn't you say you wanted to get drinks for the three of us from Sen? Yes, that's totally what I was building up to. Come on, master. How about you order those drinks then? I'll wait there. I'll wait here to help you carry them. Okay. Hello, mister. Can I get a soda and 2 cocktails? Sure, Perrine. What kind of soda and cocktails do you want? A grape soda, please, and what cocktails can you make? None. Then I'll take 2 of those. Really? No, I'll mix some myself. Knock yourself out, I guess. While Perrine rounds the bar to mix a couple of cocktails behind me, Machi gives me a long-suffering smile. Kuro's put you in a weird spot again, hasn't she? Yeah, I'm kinda used to it. I agree with her reasoning for it, though. Her reasoning of putting you in a central spot so people could get used to leaning on you. You either heard that from her, or... Yeah, have you been listening to all my conversations tonight? Only the interesting ones. Ah, there's no having secrets from you, is there? Not if I don't want you to. But seriously, I'm not like that. I just wanted to make sure that Kuro wouldn't put you in too weird of a spot. Like between your legs. Oh my days, you guys are sick, man. And that Perrine wouldn't spill any beans. And that, yes. I know you aren't Machi, I was just teasing you. But I would never spill food. True? Done with your cocktails already? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, you made mojitos. No, and it's limes you're thinking of with mojitos. Right. I think that's still a cocktail in some weird fashion. We'll leave you to it, Sen. Feel free to come over and join us once everyone has their drinks. I'll do that if I can get away for a moment. Yeah. Thanks for caring, Machi. Anytime. Oh, this is awkward. Hello. Hey, what can I get you? 4 beers. A stein or a bottle? Bottle. So stein is just it's like a beer mug, but it's like a wooden mug. Coming right up. It or bigger, it's like bigger? Here we go. Anything else? No. Thank you? Yes, thank you. I was getting there. Sure. Why do you dislike me, I don't dislike you. It hurts to see you. Kuro told you already. I get that, and had I known that someone with your history would be here, I'm not sure that I would have come inside this situation. There's a chance that we'll have to work together in the future, though. It would be good if we could find a way to at least be on neutral terms with each other. I'm like double. Wait. Now we're good. Okay. Because the electric fan, the fan is like blasting behind me. There's a chance that we'll have to work. Okay, I've read that already. You're way too much like him. Huh? The fact that you included yourself in that statement, despite me obviously being the only problem in this equation, he would have done the same, always being the diplomat. Oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't want to open up old wounds. The sad part is that I know that you mean that. You do? Of course I do. Like I said, you're just like him. A little less rakish charm and a bit more of a goody two shoes maybe, but still, you even talk like him sometimes. It's not your voice, it's the weight in the air when you speak. It was the same for him. Sounds like you miss him. Well, Dingus, I think she does. Every day. He wasn't perfect. Way too proud and definitely too curious for his own good. But he made me believe there was a place for us in this world. When he died, that belief died with him. And when I came along, it felt like something put a shadow on a new body and told me to smile at it. I can't be him, I can never be him. I wouldn't even dare try. Good, the world doesn't need another him. It needs someone who actually learns from what he left behind. Maybe that's what Kuro sees in you. I don't. Not yet. But I trust her. So maybe I can try at least. But that's all I asked for. He used to pour my drinks too, said it was a way to listen without asking questions. Then I'm in good company. Don't flatter yourself. Still, thank you for not forcing the conversation and for letting me talk about him. Anytime. Careful with promises like that. Around here, people tend to take them seriously. You really do carry it, whatever it is that makes a lord. Just don't let it be your downfall like it was for him. She leaves without another word, but the air feels lighter in her wake. Maybe that's what passing through grief looks like. Not healing exactly, but remembering how to breathe again. I agree, my man. When your family relatives or family members start dying off, and you're the only one left alive for couple decades, I guess, or a couple centuries maybe. Yeah, it does. It does tend to like choke. It's like you bring choke inside. Going back to the game, my downfall, huh? Any further thoughts about foreboding messages are being cut short by more thirsty people, mostly the drink seeking kind, approaching me one after another. I chat with all of them, giving them advice when I can, and otherwise just listen to what they have to say. Eventually, though, everyone has had a drink or seven, and for a while, no one needs another. At that point, I decide to abandon my post, feeling like I've played bartender for long enough. On my way over to the others, one of the servant girls, Fayad, I think, is that how you pronounce it? I don't freaking know, passes me by and heads towards the bar, probably to take over for me. Even though it has almost been work, I had a good time. It felt nice for everyone to depend on me in this way. Wow, everyone's all, how many people do we have a center? Blah, blah, blah. Heading to where the others are, I immediately get invited to join Kuro's and Miko's table and sit down with them. Hey, Mr. Bartender. Hi, Sen. Fed up with pouring drinks? Hey, you too? In a way, I guess? Yeah? Everyone had a drink, so I figured I may as well call it and spend some time over here. And how was it? Did you have fun chatting with everyone? Sure, yeah, it was actually pretty fun. If the whole messenger business doesn't end up working, I may even look into opening a bar. But let me know if you do. Momo and I'll become regulars at your place. Yeah, will do. What have the two of you been up to over here? I gotta admit, this isn't a combination I expected to see when coming over. They've just been sharing a drink with each other. Miko's here's a good one. You did really well in saving her when you did, Sen. She told me the story earlier in all its detail, you know. I did not know you were such a knight in shining armor. But I don't remember any shining going on. But that's probably because you were half conscious at the time. Details. She got you there, Mr. Fancy Pants Lord Boy. Mr. What? Actually, you know what? Don't answer that. So, what's the secret? How do you get all these girls to trust you so easily? Free drinks, apparently. You're not supposed to admit that, Sen. But I figured honesty pairs well with alcohol, of which the two of you seemingly had a healthy amount already. Maybe that's why people like talking to you. You've got this face that says, tell me all your secrets. Or else I start whipping out my third leg, I guess. But that sounds dangerous. And came out of nowhere? It's only dangerous if you use it against us. I think I'll stick to mixing drinks and fighting evil for now. You two are disgustingly wholesome, you know that? Well, you should try it sometime, Kuro. You may end up liking it. Nah, I'd rather drink to it. Cheers to wholesome corruption. It's like making a corrupted kingdom, you know? A harem. Cheers. Easy there, you're about to baptize the table. I wasn't gonna drop it. She totally was. Was not. Was. You're both mean. And you're drunk. I'm not. Man, it's good seeing you lot relaxed for once. Don't ruin it, yeah? No promises. You always ruin things by being responsible. I'll take that as a compliment. Just the three of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the three of us. You and I and her. The three of us sit there for a while longer, trading jokes and half-Korean stories, until laughter starts to give way to yawns, at least on Miko's end. It feels good and ordinary, and I think all of us needed a bit of that. Eventually, Miko falls asleep. Sleepy, that's me, on the table, softly snoring from the alcohol. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment down below. When she notices, Kuro's expression goes almost predatory for a moment before she turns and hollers at Momo. Hey Momo, get your big old butt over here, will ya? It's time for some games. Games? Be there in a jiffy. After some clinking and clanking at the other table, Morgan joins the two and a pass-out drunk of us at our table. I'm here. What are we playing then? Cards, bit of blackjack? I'm down for that, I am. You already forgot, huh? What did I forget now? We're playing heads or tails, of course. Ah, shite. You already there? Sure are. You down for it? Down for it, huh? I was born for bad ideas and worse days. I'm well down for it. I've been waiting all night for something worth playing, lassie. Before we start with whatever the game of yours is, I'm gonna take Miko back to her room though. It's fine. I'll have someone take care of it for you. Yes, Lady Avatar, what is your desire? Take young Miko here to her room, please, and let the others know to relocate too. Everyone else has already left, Lady Avatar. Splendid! Well, could you make sure that she has a glass of water in hand when you do, Bridget? Naturally, your wish is my command, Lord Sen, Lady Avatar. Thanks? With seemingly little effort, the servant girl picks up Miko in a princess carry and takes her to her room, leaving the three of us behind. Alright, so what is this game you want to play? Some sort of drinking game? Not quite. You could call it a tradition of ours, only that we usually play it with just the two of us. Okay, what do I need to do? All you gotta do is to choose, heads or tails. Getting a rather strange feeling from the way she said it. Kuro's statements gives me pause. I'm not plastered enough to not notice that there's hidden meaning to both options, but I can't quite tell what it might be. Ultimately, I am drunk enough to not care too much though, so all that's left is to make a choice. Fuck yeah, I'm doing heads. Give me that head. Pause. Heads, he says. Guess you got lucky tonight, Momo. Yes so. Did Morgan win somehow? Tipsy as I am at this point, the not so subtle implications fly right over my head. You could say so, yeah. Ready to catch? Catch what? And why are your shadow hands things on Morgan's shoulders? I'll take that as a yes. Catch! Woo! Reacting more out of sheer instinct than any coherent thought, my hand snapped up and grabbed Morgan's detached head from the air. Uh-huh. Good catch, Sen. Hey there, love. Hey, what's going on? Whoa, we're supposed to tap if you don't want to be... Is that what... Getting up from her spot, core takes Morgan's headless body by the hand and starts leading it away? Have fun, you two. Morgan, why am I holding your hand? Any other night, it's Cora flipping a coin. I never picks herself that one. Now doesn't matter how it lands, the result's the same every bloody time. Tails, she's at me body while my head's sitting there watching. And heads, I'm guessing that'll be one of your favorite, eh? Guys, we fucking won. This is the thumbnail right here, everyone. So she's going to have fun with your body now? That she is. And your head is with me because your thoughts are right on the money, I reckon. You want me to enjoy your head? You got it in one. Whoa, buddy. Holy shit, that's hot. That's fucking hot, brother. That's fucking hot. So I'm gonna end this video right here. I'm not gonna showcase that. That's classified info. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment down below if you want some more. I'll be seeing you in a different video or maybe the next episode if we still have extra content for this. This is 0.45, I recall. So yeah, don't spoil me. Don't spoil me. Bye.